Hi, and welcome to my workshop. You know by now that when you hear that music, you got to stop it all. You got to just watch the show because we've got wonderful things, I think, on the show. Today, we've got some exciting young designers who've made their own collections. It just warms my heart to see young people starting out in this industry and getting all kinds of inspiration and doing all kinds of interesting things. I've also got a tour of a house that will blow your mind. It's the house of Joan Statz, the quilter, and she has done amazing things in there. But to join me, I've got my favorite, Cousin Nancy.
Stop it.
Cousin Nancy, you're such a sport to come out and help me with all this.
It's always fun. I learned so much, Linda, you wouldn't believe.
Oh, well, that's good. That's
Yes,
good.
right.
And you sew a little bit, and you will sew more, of course, because it's contagious. You know that.
We'll see.
Well, when you can wear a jacket like that of mine,
Yes,
you
I
sort of
know.
think, well, why would I bother?
Well, there is that.
yes, yes. But let me tell you, we did this last season, and it was actually something called free motion. You start out with this fabric.
But I have to tell you, in my experience of sewing, there wasn't one thing free about it. You got a piece of paper and you did what was told.
Whatever was, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a liberation license that I now
I
issue
see.
with everything that kits, everything that we do. And we say, you're free. You make the rules.
You figure it
Yeah,
out. So
yeah.
this is free. All
Okay.
right.
So you then have pieces of fabric that you attach, and you can put them down with a glue stick, or you can put them down with spray adhesive, or you can just pin them.
Is this
That's
what you're
what
talking
this
about?
is, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So you put different pieces, and you kind of have them all match and whatever.
Right.
And then you got to stitch them down. So you stitch them around the edge first.
Without turning in the
Yeah,
no hem.
I know it's scary.
Can't,
but
yeah, okay. All right. We
But
do
if you
that.
use something like that doesn't fray, then you don't have to worry.
All right.
But it's kind of fun to just sort of put them all over, and you can see you come up with something like this.
Yes.
Or
Okay.
this. I mean, you can go
Yes.
as wild or as
Yeah.
free as you want to go.
Okay.
So do you want to see another one? Because
Yes.
I have a
Oh.
whole rack of them back here.
Right.
But here we have the
Ah.
ultimate, which is kind of
Right.
neat. So if you've got one of every other color, why wouldn't you make one for Christmas?
Right, exactly.
So here
this is
is-
gorgeous. So this is what you call free form.
Free motion.
Free motion,
Yeah, You've
okay.
got all these patches all over. You're making your own fabric, which is
You
what
are,
this is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Including these
Yeah, you can
sparkly
put some sparkly
bits
bits
and
on it, and we'll hopefully get a time to do that. So yes, that's what it's going to look like.
that is lovely.
So when I'm doing this one day, so here was the first one.
Okay.
It's like your jacket. So we'll take
All
that
right.
away. Here's another piece that I was doing one day. And so I said, and you know what I was watching?
Olympics.
Olympics.
Right. You got
yeah,
the circles,
yeah.
right?
So I thought, well,
okay.
you can do it in circles. And I was
Okay.
stitching, and I always make up a sample before I do the jacket, because you sort of want to see what it's looking
Sure.
like. But then I looked at the other side,
Oh dear, we're in trouble.
and I thought, doggone.
She wants the other side.
Yeah,
Right,
because
yes.
sometimes
It
the
is.
back side of your stitching does look better than the front side. And if you can use both.
How did you know that?
If you can use both, that's good.
Yes, yeah,
So do you want to see
okay.
what the jacket
Oh,
looks
sure.
like?
I know this
Sure.
is going to happen
Sure.
here.
So here is my jacket. And I put flowers all over it and
Yeah.
stitched all the way around them and did some more stitching.
And curly
Yeah,
cues
curly
back
cues and
here.
stuff.
Yes, and a nice ruffled.
Yeah, so
front.
let's then just pull this off. And if you can hold the arms, here's your bonus, is that we've got
It's reversible.
the other side. So if you've eaten your ice cream and it didn't really work, you can turn it around because you dribbled it all over.
Oh,
No, you
that's
wouldn't.
very, yes.
So you can see.
If you do make a mess on the one
Yeah,
side, you
yeah.
just turn it over. That's
So if we turn
lovely.
around, you can see that nice fringed edge, which is kind of neat. So here is your other jacket. Here's this jacket. It's all one piece of fabric.
Very
So
nice.
I thought that was kind of
Okay,
clever. If I
so
do
this
say
is
so.
the extension of freeform.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Yeah,
right.
it is.
Thank you.
So, would you be curious to know how we did that?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Why not?
All right. So here is a piece. And if you're going to then sew seams, it's just sewing up your jacket regularly, but normally you've got this mess on the inside. So I said, well, why don't we just put a piece of braid along that edge, and you wouldn't maybe do black on green, but we did it so you can see.
See it.
Flatten it out and top stitch
And
it.
top stitch. Then
So
that's all tidy.
That way you've got it nice on this side,
Right.
and you've got it nice on this side.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
automatically reversible.
So it's reversible again.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
All right.
And then the edge, because if you ham it, it's kind of ugly
It's
on one
bulky,
side and whatever.
yes.
So if you then take a piece, and this doesn't have to be, it can be straight grain or bias or whatever, it doesn't
Right.
matter. So sew one piece on that side, at the same time sew this folded piece on there. So you've actually got 5 layers there.
Right. Okay.
And then clip them in, and when you wash it, that'll all go
then it gets like that.
fuzzy, and it'll all
Yes.
go like this.
This is
which
lovely.
really fun.
Yes.
So that
many
way
different
it
colors.
looks good on this
So-
side, and it looks good on
Oh.
this side.
Oh, it is nice on
yeah,
the reverse.
yeah. So you might want to decide what color bobbin thread, because of course it shows through on this side.
Right.
And which side is better, this side or both?
I see
Yeah, you
double
can see-
sides
yeah,
coming up
yeah.
here. Right.
So shall we
Okay.
go do it?
Yes.
Okay.
Show me how.
All right, your game. That's good.
Yeah.
So here, and I would suggest that you cut your piece out a little bit bigger, like we said, so that when you stitch, this could sort of,
yes,
so cut out
yes.
a little bit
Okay.
bigger. Secure these down in whatever way you want. Sometimes just pin them, a little bit of spray adhesive, whatever you want to do.
All right, yeah.
And then take your feed dogs off.
Okay.
Put on your free motion foot, which is a foot that allows you freedom, like you can
Can
move.
you get those for old machines too?
Yes, you can.
All
They were
right.
called a darning foot.
Oh.
And I don't know who in the
Obviously,
world-
I've never darned.
And then you can put on whatever thread you want.
Okay.
Well, within reason, as long as your machine will take it. But
Sure.
I like heavy earth thread because it shows up well, and then you don't, you show.
Okay.
So I kind of just go around. I'm not going around right to the edge because I want that to sort of fray out when it gets washed.
All right.
So
Okay.
let me just start this up, and we'll just kind of and sort of go like that, and then kind of go back. You see, it doesn't really matter where you go. You can go over the same line if you want. You can go down the middle, or you can go off the edge if you want.
Okay.
So let's
Make
go
me
off
a
the edge.
daisy off
Okay.
the edge.
Here we
All
go, and then definitely go back and do some more.
All right.
So, and then we could come down here, and we could come down there, and go around and around.
Okay, and this is going to show on the other side as well as this
So
side.
let's take
All
this
right.
side. Let's take this off.
Okay.
Once I can start, I can hardly stop. That's the worst of it.
tell.
Okay. So let's take that off. Because now it's all red on this side, we've got a little bit of thread there. But I have to show you that you could start jazzing it up. So I love to put metals. And these
I
are
see. Okay.
metals with glue on the back of them. So if we want to just
So
kind
when
of...
you buy these little packages,
Yeah,
what does
yeah.
it say so that you know there's glue there?
Well, we probably should ask. I
Okay.
was gonna say
All
this.
right. All right.
Yeah. So
Okay.
this is all you're going to do is you're going to put a little heat. This
Really?
heats up,
Okay.
and this is going to melt the glue, and that'll make it stick.
Wow.
It's that easy.
I'll have to get some of those.
Yes. Well, actually, it's called Hot Fix. I just remembered.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm going to have to say it's over because we're out of time. We've got to go. So don't you go away because we've got more exciting stuff coming up.
Guests of our show stay at Travel Lodge. Nice rooms, great people. Models provided by Chan International. #1 in personal development training, modeling, and acting.
I just love getting out into the country to see what I can see. I'm here at Joan Statz's house. In fact, she's been doing some renovating because last time I saw her, she lived in the city. But now she's a country girl. In fact, her dogs are also welcoming us. But I know that you're going to enjoy what we see inside because if it's anything like her old one, wow. Let's go. Hello, hello. Is anybody home?
Hello, hello.
Oh, Joan, I love this place. I love it already.
Well, thank you.
The house that Joan quilted.
Yes, yes, you got to have a house for your quilts.
So first of all, you've got quilts everywhere, like in your deacon's bench.
Yes, this is meant to have a painting in here, but I thought, well, I applique, so I'm going to applique a picture in it.
Yeah, and all perfect, lovely.
Yes,
And then
all my quilts.
that one behind you, that's lovely.
That's our Millennium Project. So this was our life at the turn of millennium. And it has all our hobbies and our activities and the way our family was at midnight on 2000.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And then we're going to carry on.
Yep,
I love
come
your
on
little
in.
gate. You have dogs.
I have a lot of dogs. So this is the dog gate, keeps the dogs in the front entrance.
And these are actually fabrics that you've
Yep, painted with
Yep.
fabric ironed on and Mod Podged and well worn by the dogs.
So you are a bit obsessed about houses.
I do love houses. I have a great collection of houses.
Yes.
I've been working on it, collecting them for years.
Let me see this one because this is a beauty. The Alberta Rose.
My Alberta, this is the one.
This is one of your designs, and this
Yes.
is what you do, isn't it?
Yes, I do applique and I do designs, and this was my tribute to Alberta's 100-year anniversary.
Lovely, lovely.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. You'll show me around?
Well, and as you can see, I live in a Quonset, so it has a vast ceiling, a lot of space.
And challenges, I would
And
think.
challenges,
And rewards.
yeah. But it's great fun.
Oh, yeah.
An open floor plan, definitely.
That huge quilt there, did you just design that for that space, or how did that happen?
My sister was coming, and I needed a quilt quick, and that
Quick?
very quick. 2 days.
2 days for that?
Yeah.
Good job, Joan. How do you do it in 2 days?
No housework, no cooking.
Okay, all right. And these are long days. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that matches. Well, can we come down and
Yes,
see
come on in.
matches?
Come on in. Welcome.
Okay.
This is basically what happens when you have a lot of leftover fabric.
Yes, and every
when I
quilter
made
would-
the large quilt, I had leftover blocks, so I ended up making this one.
Is then the blocks.
I had
yes.
4 leftover blocks and some leftover leaves, and I had to, of course, add flowers.
Of course.
And when you have to, because I didn't have enough flowers, I added more, but I always make too many.
Yes.
And when you make too many, it makes you have to make more flowers.
So an afghan.
An afghan. And this
yeah.
is just fun for, I had leftover, and I used my leftover flowers. And
Right.
of course, you end up
And you
making more
backed it
flowers.
with the
and,
same fabric that matches the fabric that matches the fabric.
and it just keeps connecting
yes,
and coordinating.
doesn't it? I love the whole way the colors all
So
go.
you end up with pillows and
Well, that's just
stools.
really leftovers.
Yes, a lot of
Yeah.
leftovers.
And then your squares. for your
Squares,
leather.
and I needed a stool cover, so I thought, well, we'll make one to match, and pillows, which were actually, they started from my sewing machine table and stool.
Okay.
I started with a table runner there, and I made
Let's come over and
yes.
see this. This is fantastic. This is a beautiful machine in
Yes,
itself.
a family antique survived a couple of fires and an
These
old
guys
barn
will just keep
storage.
on trucking through
Oh
everything,
yes,
yeah.
it's been there forever. But it all started with this particular table runner.
Okay.
Okay, now once I started making this, I ended up with too many flowers, so then I thought I'd make a stool, and then you end up making pillows, and it just one thing leads to another.
But the stool is just beautiful. I
And it
love
just
what you've
gets
done with
carried
that.
away,
Yeah.
yes. And well, it was an old antique stool, but it needed a new top, so why not make it look like an antique stool?
This whole house is the house of quilts. There's no question.
It's what, you want the tour?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
This is my son's room, you know, the ultimate Calgary Flames fan.
And I love what you've done here. You've, of course, made the duvet, you've made the cushions, you've made the wall hangings. I mean,
He even let me hang quilts on his wall.
that is good.
But
That's
he's
great.
easygoing. He's my son. Mom, you can do whatever you want. My daughter, on the other hand, she has an opinion.
Okay, no, fantastic job. And I even like what you did with the windows, with the hockey stick. I mean, this. Once you're gonna roll, you're on a roll, Joan.
Why not?
Yeah. So I can see, Joan, by all the pictures on the wall, this has got to be the master bedroom.
It is.
And of course, you've done your wonderful thing in here, but there's not as many quilts.
No, but I do love the fabric. So,
Yes.
you know, whether it's a quilted fabric or just fabric, I love to decorate with fabric.
Sure, I mean, you sew the duvet, and it's a beautiful piece of fabric, so you don't have to cut it all up. So this is good. And then you make the pillows to match, of course. How much fabric would it take to do a whole
Well,
room like
if
this?
you're going to do a lot of curtains and closet door covers, I'd say about 15 meters.
Yeah, I would think at
But
least.
it's cheaper
Yeah.
than a closet door.
Well, certainly it is. So you've done the doors, and I like that idea because then you can coordinate it with your duvet, and then of course the curtains all coordinate. I mean, this goes on and on. Oh, I see the crib over there. Does this mean your grandmother?
No, I have grand dogs, but I love dogs.
Oh, as in dogs, as in little dogs that fit in the crib
Yes,
and
they
sleep
do.
there at
Yes.
night and all that stuff?
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, I know that you're a dog lover because I can see a bunch of dogs. I can see them on the wall. Joan, what a great concept to put your studio right here in the middle of your house.
I love it. I like to be in the thick of things. And this is my desk where I do all my designing.
Right.
And I have my photocopiers for all the printing, and I store all my
You
patterns.
have quite an extensive line
Yes,
of
I have
patterns.
over 80 patterns
Oh,
now, so
wow.
it keeps me busy.
Okay.
But this part here, this is the heart of the house. This is where I spend most of my time.
What a wonderful sewing room. It's so big, it's so bright, and it's got so many goodies in it.
I love, and you have to be organized, you see. If you're not, organizing saves you time.
Certainly it does, and you are super organized. I
This
can
is
see.
my favorite feature here. I have to have these wire racks, and they store all my pieces of fabric. I even have drawers just for grass.
This is all grass.
It's
of
all
course,
grass.
Of course.
And I have drawers that are for water. I have drawers for sky. Plus, you know, color drawers.
Yes, of course.
But if you can't find the exact fabric that you want, you know what you have to do?
What do you do?
You have to design your own fabrics.
Oh, and I heard that you did. You've designed. These are all your
I
own.
did. My girlfriend and I, we got together and we painted fabrics, and we submitted them, and they were printed. So I have
Yeah.
my own fabric.
So you are actually a pretty good painter.
I had to learn to paint. This was my
okay.
first painting. I discovered that I needed lessons, and then you could work it into painting.
It looks a lot like your fabric.
Yeah.
So, and of course you have a few other bolts. I mean, the sewing rooms need fabric. So
yes, I love fabric, and this is where I do most of my work. I do my fusing, tracing, cutting. I have my large stool.
I like this big stool here.
Well, that's because all the dogs like to sit with me while I'm working.
Okay, that is good. That's good. It's a family affair.
Yeah, and it works in good, and I have my big cutting table. You know, if you make a lot of quilts, you know how much you're going to need a cutting table.
Yes, of course, yes. And, I mean, everything's so convenient and so, it's just perfect. In fact, speaking of perfect, that chair that you've got, that says it all. That's wonderful.
I love my chair.
Okay,
that tells the people in the house that's my chair.
Okay, well, you've got your priorities straight. Thank you, Joan. Thank you for showing us.
Thank you for coming.
It's just been great.
It's been wonderful. Thank you.
The fashion sewing business for a lot of years, but what really energizes me is to see the young people getting excited about the same things that I've been excited about for so many years. So I'm really delighted to introduce my guests, and it's Malia and Chantel, and you're just recent graduates of a program.
Yes, at Olds College Fashion Apparel Technology.
Okay, and those kinds of programs are all over the continent, really. You had lots of choices of places that you could go, I'm sure.
Yes.
If you had to do it again, would you do it again?
Most definitely. It was exciting, and I learned tons. It was really fun.
Isn't it kind of fun if you can dream it, you can make it? Isn't
Absolutely.
that the exciting part of it? I mean, you learn so many things, and who knows where you'll go? I mean, this is just the beginning, and that's the exciting part. I think the future's out there.
Yes.
Tell me about what you've got on.
This is one of my gowns that I have made. I made it for my boyfriend's and I's 1-year anniversary.
Is it still the same boyfriend?
It is.
Okay, all right. Oh, you can wear it for the next one. No, I didn't say. Oh, no. Okay, that's gorgeous. That's just beautiful. Let me see the back of it as well. Oh, yeah. So that is beautiful, beautiful. This is a draping project, it sort of looks like. Is this?
Yes. The bustling is a draping technique. So
okay.
you can't really duplicate it. It's just all playing with the fabric and having fun.
Sure. Let's have a look at what else you've done. Oh, wow. This is great looking.
This was my draping project at school, actually, and it takes 12 meters of taffeta to make this dress.
Sure.
And I
What
added...
about the feathers?
The feathers I added, it's something that I've always wanted to do. I think they're kind of fun and flirty, and it just totally suited this dress.
Yes, and it fits our model so beautifully, so good job. Okay, do you have some more? Are you mostly into evening?
I am, yes. That's what I want to specialize in. I want to do couture bridal, which here is one of my first wedding dresses of my collection.
Okay, this is not your wedding dress. This is a wedding dress.
It's just a wedding dress.
Okay, all right. Yes.
It was made to fit me because the corset was actually my couture project at school.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I just made this skirt to complement it.
Okay, super. All right, Chantel, should we talk about what you're wearing? And
Sure. This is an outfit that I designed for my graduation.
Mm-hmm.
It's somewhat formal, but not overly.
Sure.
So.
Sure. And sort of what kind of things do you like to do?
I'm really into vintage and retro. I'm very inspired by like the Jackie O style. So.
Okay. So that should fit. I should fit right into it. This is good. So let's have a look at what you've done.
This dress I made, it was actually my first drafting project. It's somewhat Jackie O style with the back and the collar.
And those heels to go with it. That's something very special. So, that's great. So you could wear it with tights. And yeah.
And it could also kind of be a shirt if you wanted it to be.
Sure. Is it a stretch fabric?
Yeah, it's actually drapery material. That's my favorite section in the fabric store.
Okay, all right. Super. Well, I'm glad you've got an open mind.
This jacket I made in tailoring.
Mm-hmm.
I had to be very careful cutting it all out because you
have
to line up the pattern.
But I liked what happened in the front. Just turn around and you'll see.
And in the back as well, it's kind of mismatched, but matching still.
Yeah, they're matching, but they're not matching.
Yeah.
I think that's nice. As long as you know what the rules are, you can break them. And that's what you've done. And I like the way you've treated that hood with a different
I love that hood. It's really big, and it's attached to a lapel, actually. So.
Okay. So that is kind of neat. Yes, yes. So you kind of specialize in jackets and...
Yeah, jackets are my big thing. I love making jackets. I've made tons in school. I always try and stick them into the requirements.
I bet both of you have friends coming out of the woodwork. I mean, now that they know that you can do this, that's one of the bad things about knowing how to design and create and sew is that friends keep... but you have to put a price on it.
Well...
Nothing's for free.
Unless it's your mother.
Well, that's true. Okay, thank you for that. That's nice. That's nice.
She did teach me my style after all.
Okay, and so you have another one?
I do. This is a silk shirt, and it originally started out as a bustier, but as I got through it, I decided to chop it off and put the skirt onto it.
Isn't that kind of nice? Because that's what you can do when you're creating. You can say, well, doggone, I think maybe we need a different look here.
Yeah.
And, so it's turned into a kind of a dress?
Yeah, and we actually, in school, we had to do a silk analysis, so I had to learn about what kind of needles to use and on and on and on about it. So then I did tons of samples and came up with this.
Okay, well, I like the two-tiered, and I like the fact that you're wearing jeans with it. Could it be a dress on its own?
It could be, yeah. It could kind of double as both.
Yeah.
And the tier really picks up the purple nicely. So.
Yes, they blend well together.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. And I would say, where is it going from here? Are you ready to take on the world now?
Of course. I won the Association of Alberta Sewing Products Scholarship this year, and I have been invited to their annual showcase and dinner, which is next February. And there I will be hoping to present my own line of clothing.
Okay, so that'll be super. And what's in the future for you?
I'm not really sure. I have so many options. I just kind of want to take it day by day and see what inspires me the most.
Yeah, there's so many, there's so much out there, and there's so many things to do. This is a fantastic field. So I would just say good luck to you. You've just done so well so far. And what are all your classmates? What are they going to do? Are they how many people were in your class? Actually?
There's 24 that graduated this year.
Okay.
And we're all over the place.
Okay. Well, that's wonderful. So good luck and keep going and keep sewing. It's been great to talk to you.
Thank you.
Don't go away. We've got more coming up.
To receive the companion book for this series with all of the project details, send 1998 to the address on your screen or call 1-888-MacPhee or visit us on the web at www.MacPheeWorkshop.com. Sponsored in part by Janome, quality sewing machines since 1921. And by Rowenta, the garment care experts, meeting the needs of the sewing enthusiast for over 100 years with high-performance irons, steamers, steam generators, and ironing boards. And Wonderfill Specialty Threads. Thread for the way you sew. And by the Woolen Mill Store, your source for quality fabrics and more, featuring the largest selection of wool and wool blend, yardage from Pendleton Woolen Mills. And by Horn of America, experience quality, innovative ideas, and customer service. And Creative Festival, bursting at the seams with hundreds of industry experts, conference classes, exhibits, and more. Experience creativity in the making.